All right, everybody, calm down. I know it's Cigar of the Month time again, and everyone's excited. Hell, I'm thrilled as well, because, well, this is kind of what we're known for here at Claro, right? Okay. Well, and now that you're all here and gathered, and oh, you too as well, thanks for stopping by, we can discuss what I'm smoking right now, which is the Chateau Diadem Certitude. When we first set out to start offering all sorts of different boutique brands and unique blends from around the globe, we knew that there were going to be some small-scale production lines coming our way. We just had no idea that at some point they would get this tiny. No, I'm not talking about the Vitola in my hand. I'm actually talking about Chateau Diadem itself. It's a very, very small operation, likely the smallest we've ever carried. While the production side of Chateau Diadem is indeed quite small, I believe they only have a handful of rollers as well as boncheros, people bunching before the smokes get rolled, down in the Dominican Republic, there is a whole bunch of demand for these smokes on a global level. In fact, Chateau Diadem is now available in 20 different countries, with the latest, and arguably the greatest, being the good old US of A. Currently, Chateau Diadem only produces one blend, and that is Certitude, which is a very special smoke in the sense that, well, it's the only one they've got, and it's also the blend that everyone seems to love. Just look at all these reviews and ratings and awards these guys have racked up in a short period of time. My goodness. Now, as for the blend itself, you are looking at an Ecuadorian grown Habano 2000 wrapper over a Dominican Olor binder, and then a mixture of Criollo and Piloto filler inside. While the honey-colored wrapper on this cigar certainly is attractive, it was actually the branding and overall design for the booth at PCA 2025 that caught our attention when we were walking by. Additionally, all of the ratings and high reviews and awards and nominations that were sitting on top of the booth at Chateau Diadem were of interest to me. And I immediately stopped and said, you know what? These guys are worth talking to. And talk we did with Emily as well as Thierry from Chateau Diadem, who happily gave us a good bit of backstory on their company, all of the risks, rewards, trials, tribulations, and all that has gone into turning this boutique brand into a powerhouse. So I am standing and smoking in a very petite but super au chalet boutique booth here at PCA 2025, and arguably the most colorful as well, which is actually what brought me here. I was walking by, I was like, wow, this is some fantastic curb appeal. Very colorful, very vibrant. And it wasn't until I started speaking with this woman here, Emily, about all this that I realized she designed all of it. And there's an entire backstory behind this, as well as the cigar that we are both smoking, the blend, the whole nine. And it wasn't intended for the US. It was meant for Europe. And yet here we are in New Orleans smoking and talking about it now. Intriguing, right? So this is Emily, and I am struggling with your last name. Can you pronounce it for us, please, Emily?
Sahakian.
Sahakian. And the background behind your ethnicity is?
I'm Armenian.
Armenian.
Yeah.
Okay, but you live in Switzerland?
I live
correct?
in Switzerland.
Okay, that's what I recalled from yesterday. So, and you've been in Switzerland for quite a while, I presume?
Quite a while. Although I grew up in the US. I grew up in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
And then moved back to Switzerland.
Okay.
So we founded the brand with, it's myself and my cousin, Thierry.
Hi, Thierry.
Who's over there.
Off camera.
Thierry's
Hi, buddy.
Off camera. And we launched a PCA. We started off as a white label. And we had both been in the industry before 20 years ago, but in Cuban cigars. And we always, remember that? Yeah. And we always had this idea to do a blend together. But, well, when you're in Cubans, you can't really do that. So here's Terry, my cousin.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
Terry. Hey, buddy.
How are you?
All right, we got. So this is the counterpart, co-founder.
Yep.
So it's a family business,
Absolutely.
essentially.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you guys went through a lot, though, to get this blend to where it is now and to the United States, correct?
Yeah, correct. It's a dense story, very fast, but very dense. We launched as a white label, as I said, and when we got to our first trade show, we quickly realized the quality wasn't up to standard. And because we had been in the industry before, we were going to meet a lot of people that we knew from the industry. And suddenly we went into a total panic attack 24 hours before the show, started weighing our cigars and sorting them and taking some out and leaving the ones we thought were the best possible ones in there. We got our first contract with our UK market as a distributor, and we called the factory and we told them, look, you can't weigh bundles anymore for us. We need you to weigh each individual cigar. And we said, not only do we want each cigar weighed, we want the bonchero, who does the filler and the binder, and we want the torcedora, who does the wrapper. We want her to weigh the cigar too. And we want the head of the galera to weigh each individual cigar. And the guy obviously on the phone was like, you're crazy. I'm not doing that for you. And because the machine was rolling, we already had our first contract signed. Thierry and I took the decision to immediately move everything into to open our own shop, basically, with not having any idea what we were doing, but just kind of desperate times, desperate measures. And we had to make that decision. Yeah. So we moved into a garage because we didn't really know where to go. We were in the Dominican Republic in Santiago. It's the northern part of Dominican Republic. Moved into a garage, operated out of there for a year until we managed to fine tune everything and get the quality up to standard of how we wanted it. So everybody in our factory now has a scale, but it's like a kitchen scale where you weigh powder on it. So it does milligrams.
It's Swiss, right?
It's Swiss.
So
Swiss
they brought it in from Swiss. So it's super
Super accurate. And we take it down to milligrams. And this is his obsession. And thank God, because it's what maintains the quality. Where if we decide a cigar has to weigh between 13 and 15 grams, we don't accept 15.3. We don't accept 11.9. And we really try to keep that kind of strict adherence to whatever we decide on in terms of weight of the cigar, because it's the only way that we have to control the regularity and the consistency. And we only have one chance, and we know that. And people are unforgiving when they taste the cigar. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't, you're never going to buy it again. And we know that. That's what we put in place. A year after that, we finally moved into the free zone in Santiago, which is like the official factory zone. We have a real factory, and we're really proud of it. And our cigars are now available in over 30 countries in Europe, Asia, Middle East. They have all been rated. We've got 8 of them. They've all been rated over 90 by Cigar Journal magazine. 2 years in a row, we were voted top 25 cigars of the year by Cigar Journal magazine. So we're really proud of it. We almost don't believe what's happening to us. Yeah. And we're here at the PCA, and it's a big launch for us. And we're very excited because for us, the US market is the holy grail of cigar smoking. So
you hear that? We're standing in the holy grail, y'all. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now that it is official that we are standing inside the holy grail, and don't tell Indiana Jones this because he's going to come over and start punching people and blowing stuff up. So before we get to talking a little bit about PCA and whatnot and how it's been for y'all, I want to know a little bit about the blend, and I'm sure everybody at home wants to know as well. What all goes into this stick? Because it is one blend, right? It's just different vitolas. So it's a one product, but in a bunch of different sizes.
Exactly.
Okay. What do you got?
So it's Habano's 2000 wrapper from Ecuador. The binder is Olor Dominicano, Dominican Republic, and the filler is a mixture of 3 seeds, 2 Dominican and 1 from Nicaragua Esteli. And we slipped the Nicaraguan Esteli in there. The volcanic soils gives that rich flavors, complexity, because we came from the Cuban cigar industry. When we were initially tasting cigars, we were tasting puros, 100% Dominican cigars. And we kept feeling like there's something missing, right?
Yeah,
Terry,
absolutely.
He's a big palate. So he's standing here all quiet because he's shy, because his native language is French. So we always have an agreement. If it's English, I do. If it's French, he takes over. Yeah.
He's here for moral support.
He's here for moral. Always the 2 of us.
Okay.
And the cigar's important detail, when we put the Nicaraguan in there, we decided that we would always let our cigars rest for 6 months before putting them out on the market. So it's a big deal for us because we're a startup, essentially. We have our own factory with everything that entails. We have our own workers. We're small. We've got 6 rollers. There's 17 people overall in the factory. It's tiny. So it's a big investment that we're doing, but we believe that we want the cigar to be ready to smoke once it leaves the factory.
And it's ready to smoke, y'all. I cannot wait for you guys to try this blend. This is delish.
Thank you. Thank
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, all right. So now that we got a little bit of backstory behind the blend, we have to close out with a little information on everything that goes into what drew us in the first place. And that was your curb appeal. All of this. Who's your designer? Like, who brought all of this to fruition?
She is the designer from A to Z.
A to Z.
Yeah.
You designed all of this, Emily.
Yeah.
So you just got one more, like, you know what? I'm going to do my own bands. I'm going to just put some.
When we first started, it's my cousin Thierry. He's the real entrepreneur. He called me up and said, "Look, I finally found someone who can make a blend for us. Remember, we started as a white label."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I thought of the name. I thought of the logo. I thought of the whole thing." And when he pitched it to me, he was like, "We're going to call it Chateau Diadem. We're going to put a castle, and it's going to be knights and the armors, and we're going to have, it's going to be the prince's blend and the king's blend." And I was like, I don't know.
Doesn't everybody kind of do that?
Yeah,
like
I was
old
like,
school.
we got to do something. And because we had worked before in the past together and we're cousins, we're like siblings, he was like, "All right, you know what? I know you. You're not going to be happy until you make it your own, until you make it your own style. So do whatever you want." Instead of using a designer, we quickly said, he told me, "Go take classes and learn how to do it yourself because you're never going to be happy." So I pitched him this, and it's kind of the wheel of flavors. I don't know that you see them all here, but we've got vanilla. We've got vanilla. It's everything that we love to taste in cigars. We've got vanilla. We've got cacao down there. Sorry. Cocoa beans down there. The coffee beans up there. It's just flavors that we like to discover in cigars. And hazelnuts too. They're not on here, but they're usually on all the packaging, on the bands. And we just wanted something that popped, that mixed this kind of homage to the classical way of doing things, but mix it up with something fun and colorful.
And look at all these awards up top. That's a lot of recognition. And y'all have only been around for a very short period of time. So for being so small and so boutique, but to have that boutique vibe translate to the design work that you do, that's perfection. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's the abbreviated version of the story, apparently. We got the full story yesterday, but before we go, I want to say thanks for taking the time and giving us the backstory once again. And if there's anything you want to tell the Claro crew, it's just these guys that are going to be watching this here in a few, something about your experience here at PCA, because this is your first year here, and this is the big one. Yeah. How's it been for y'all?
It's been pretty incredible meeting people. It's very different from the fairs in Europe. It's more distributors that come and visit you, so you don't get that face-to-face contact with the retailer. And that's really exciting because you're getting immediate feedback, which is really cool. So let us know. We hope you like the cigars. We run our own Instagram page. So if you want to post and upload to Instagram and give us your feedback, one of us will answer you. Yeah. So thanks so much, Micah. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you guys for making an awesome blend. This is delicious. And we look forward to y'all giving us feedback as well, either on the Claro group, over on Facebook, our Instagram, as well as on the website, because without your feedback, we don't know which direction to go. We're all in the same ship, and we want to keep it pointed in the right direction, and we want to keep it afloat. So let's all work together. Let's keep smoking good cigars. Y'all keep making good cigars, and let's keep the constructive criticism and keep the tomfoolery going in the right direction as well, because without it being a little bit on the lighthearted side, we get too serious about it. It's not fun anymore. So thank you all for putting up with me and all my tomfoolery for that matter.
You've been great. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
thank you, Micah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.